What's happening? Benton here. Escaping Dallas, Fort Worth. Actually, we're downtown. I should have streamed the whole drive. Actually, I just made some crazy ass turns down near the Dallas Zoo. There's a weight restricted bridge. I came over it to go to the pickup, and I was under the weight limit at that point. I'm assuming that most of the truck drivers go back out over the weight restricted bridge. I prefer not to do that if possible. So I told the GPS to avoid that area, and then it took us through some crazy turns, which would have been damn near impossible during the daytime when there was traffic. Even then, I still had to wait for like traffic to clear this one, just everybody to leave this one intersection. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And we also missed a nice view of downtown. So I guess now that I'm done filling you in on what you've missed, how about that? Headed to Utah. And yes, I did not, in fact, quit my job. Just making too much money. Even when I don't work that much, I still make good money. And, you know, what else am I going to do? It's going to be a major pain in the ass to try to move out of this truck. So might as well keep driving. It's a hamster wheel, like we've talked about. Shout out to the chat. Probably won't be able to be looking at the chat too much. This is a windy, very windy road, as you can see. Just when I get up to being able to speed a little bit, I have to slam on the brakes to make a turn. That's usually how things go downtown. Interesting building there on the right. Not that you can really see it. Excuse me. Pardon me. Slept at the customer. Oh, well, I forgot the title of the video, Bruised, Battered, and Scarred. I bruised my left kidney, severely bruised left kidney. Benton's playing hurt. How about that? Dude, this is fucking rough, man. So I failed to, oh, and part of this is that my flashlight quit working, and I have not yet replaced my flashlight because I'm the type of person, I really kind of become very, not sentimental, but I become attached to certain specific items. I've been using these mini mag lights for years now, going back to the living in the streets days. Typically have a mini mag light flashlight on my hip, and they don't make them like they used to, I've noticed. And Walmart used to sell these things. Walmart no longer carries them. Probably had a lot of them returned, I'm assuming. So I failed to get another flashlight because I don't really know what kind I'm going to get. I'll probably just grab some random 250 lumen flashlight and I'll hate it. And it won't fit in my little sheath that goes on my belt, but oh well. So generally when I pick up an empty trailer from the terminal, I will open the back door to make sure it's empty, as I did this time, but then I will typically flash the light in there. Well, the flashlight did not have a flashlight to do this with. So failed to realize that there was like 20 nails nailed into the floor of this trailer. So I'm picking up paper rolls, so they're not going to load the trailer with all these nails. So the people were nice enough to give me this large, like a claw hammer kind of thing, whatever you call this. Forget what, there's some kind of term for this. I forget what it's called. So as I'm on my knees trying to get these nails out of the floor using this claw hammer type of deal, which is one end has got like a big hook on it, and I'm jamming the sharper end, you know, just the sharp end into the floor, and it slipped, and the fucking hooked end caught me right directly in the left kidney. Yes, excruciating pain. Was unable to even remove the rest of the nails, and the guy who worked there just went ahead and loaded the trailer anyway. I don't know how that works. I guess he finished sweeping it out. I was damn near incapacitated by then, calling my company like, hey, I'm seriously injured myself here, but I don't go to doctors. So they were going to bring out another trailer, but the guy, went ahead and loaded the trailer. So I can't. So I've already been to sleep. I can't lay on that side at all. I'll let my left side. It's very, very painful, but Not quite as bad as it was when I first laid down, so I feel like I'm on the mend. And I got a few hours, so I didn't even know if I'd be able to sleep. And I haven't urinated any blood, so it's probably not that serious. Just pain. Pain don't hurt, y'all. Pain don't hurt. So, good times. Good times in Mr. Benson's world here. It's also quite windy here. Don't tell them what it's going to be like. Taking I-40. I can't remember. There was a chatter. One of the chatters kept talking. Maybe that was JG. Kept talking about me being on I-40. I'm actually going to be on I-40. Although I don't hit I-40 until Amarillo, so I'm really not on I-40 that long. I-40 all the way to Gallup, most likely, unless I change the route. En route. Fuel in Moriarty, New Mexico. Hopefully New Mexico's left me alone. Finally, my company let me know that my pre-pass is all set up to go. I think just the battery's dead, the way station bypass. So at some point today, I'm going to crack that thing open, see if I can replace the batteries. Maybe we can avoid further inspections in New Mexico. That would be nice. Much louder than normal in the truck with the wind. So what is this? 287 up to Amarillo. Once we get out of this concrete jungle. About 35 more miles of concrete jungle. And that car is speeding up. Imagine that. That never happens. You never go 50, then start speeding up and try to pass it. Very windy. How is everybody? Again, not able to check in with the chat quite yet. I'm going to pay a little too much attention to the driving. And I went live early. I was listening to Red Bar going in on Steel Toe Morning Show. I like a lot of these entertainment style broadcasts. And you're just about at 60. You're just about forced to go 70. I mean, really, realistically. Fast as the truck will let me go. And I figured if I kept watching that until 12:30, I'd probably be carried away my thoughts to the point where I would then not want to go live. So here I am. It definitely affects the broadcast when I actually have to pay attention to my driving. You could probably tell that my attention is diverted. Maybe I should have waited until 12:30 to be out of this mess. Three right lanes closed, eh? Well, it's not the 19th yet. I guess I don't have to worry about that. Nice of them to let us know in advance. Dallas, Texas. All right, the road is straight. Maybe we can check in with the chat now. The wind is freaking brutal, though. Oh, and it rained a little bit while I was sleeping. I noticed. What's up, Tranquil Vortex? Good to see you. Well, I mean, look, I mean, not that, I'm not tough compared to the men of old, but based on today's standards of people just being pussies, I mean, most people would have went to the fucking hospital. Let's face the reality. And then further, a lot of people would not then continue to do their job. So, not that I deserve any kind of credit, but it is what it is at this point. I mean, laying around in the truck all weekend is probably not going to help anything. I'll still be in pain. I might as well make some money. I think I'm going to do a restart when I get to Utah. I probably have 2 full days off, most likely. Just zombies, man. These people, I'm telling you, they're fucking zombies, dude. I would love to just be able to get the right lane and just cruise, but look at these, they're just zombies. People are zombies, man. It's appalling, really, just to see how they're not here, man. They're somewhere else. That person in the Hyundai, that they're gone. They're on TikTok. They're on drugs. They're elsewhere. Oh, there's the 70 zone. All right. What's up, Illumin Tommy? Good to see you. Oh, I'm not complaining or feeling bad for myself, that's for sure. And part of me likes it, as I've talked about before. A part of me enjoys it. Are you hurt or are you injured? So I'm hurt. I'm not injured. So, yeah, part of me likes it. I'm definitely going to like it when I get out of this city here. And I don't think I could even take calls at this point. I can't hardly hear anything. Loud as fuck with all this wind. Finally got a little bit of space out here. Drive by ourselves for a minute. I haven't been on this road in a long time. I think when I was with Snyder, my first company, probably I came through here quite a bit. I'm guessing. Why are these people paying the tolls? It's, to the left of me is a toll road, the express lane. There's a big rig on it. What the hell? What's the point of that? There's no reason to be on the express lane. There's no traffic. Well, there's a little bit. How strange. Waste of money, if you ask me. Here comes the wall. Gets back to the middle lane. higher rates for larger vehicles. Exactly. Oh, and it's going to be cold. I didn't even think about it when I took the load to Utah. It's going to be down in the 20s. So, like low 20s. So, heater no worky. If it actually gets below 20, though, I think the truck will idle. I think when it hits 20, it'll begin the idle. The way I understand it. Maybe I'll be able to just. Of course, that's illegal in that part of the country to actually just run the truck. But hilariously, if somebody has a pet, they can always just say, "Well, my pet will suffer." So that's like an exception. But just me as a human being, hypothetically, I could get a ticket for idling the truck to run the heater because it's cold. Isn't that hilarious? But if I had a dog or a cat, then it would be okay. So interesting to think about it, how that works. Get me out of the concrete jungle. Good Lord. 25 more miles of this. Going all the way up to Denton. And then west on, I think, 380, if I remember correctly. And my GPS software gives me some strange routes sometimes. It was trying to send me up through Denver, Tommy. I saw Luma Tommy in the chat. Yeah, the old GPS was trying to send me through Denver. I was like, man, I'm going to Denver. What the fuck? And then it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to be snowing and shit. Like, what the fuck? Rough road. Shout out to the chat. Oh, I saw a video. Apparently there's a new version of this Tesla self-driving. What do they call that? Fully self-driving. Seems like it's getting a lot better. Me and EBT have talked about that, about how it's really not ready for prime time. Seems like it's getting quite a bit better. the Tesla full self-driving, like 11 beta now or something. I haven't really kept up with it too much. Every once in a while, one of those videos pops up in my feed. It fed my programming for the day. Is there some traffic up there? What's going on, man? Big old pack of cars. What's that all about? Not that you guys can see it on this shitty ass camera. Who's speaking gibberish? Tommy? Oh, yeah. Not really. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. And I don't know how critical I want to be of Chuck here. Chuck's long suffering and hangs out. So I don't know. That's got to be worth something, right? But I don't know, man. I guess I'll hold my tongue. Oh yeah, I'm aware that. Well, and I hope you don't take offense to this, Chuck, but I call them the Paul Unslave rejects. It was, from my perception, it's before I ever went to Paul's channel, but I was on. I was one of the first people to go over to Any Yurt with Books when he first appeared on Chalk Body Outline. And then when Yurt started having those panels on his, on his actual Any Yurt with Books channel, I could eventually I figured out, oh, okay, a lot of these people they usually go on Paul's panels. So I called them the Paul Unslaved Rejects, which is not even really a pejorative, but that's just sort of how I thought about it because I could tell that, there was some element of coming over to Yurt's channel and sort of airing their grievances. Some of them, not Chuck, I don't think, but he certainly seemed to be, of that ilk. But that damn Patriot Canadian, that was the main one, driving me nuts. Like, look at this bozo. Just and that's where I really started realizing that there's a lot of people who've now infiltrated the internet, and then now they're in these, now they're involved with ideas, thoughts, and ideas. But these are people who've never like cracked a book in their life. Like they have no ability to like read a book and write a book report, or just any version of like university level courses, like just none of that. But like for whatever reason are now attracted to going on the internet and discussing ideas, but don't really have a basic foundation to be able to do so. Which again, my base emotional state is I'm always, at least slightly annoyed by whatever's going on. So the fact that that annoys me is really neither here nor there. Damn, Tommy. Got almost a whole page of Tommy there. On the live chat. Uh-oh. Stay off of this guy. Like, we both, he came towards me and I went towards him right at the same time. I was like, wait a minute. Ain't good. Part of that's just how fucked up the road can be. And the wind also, to some extent. And I made those, I made some comparisons to today, from today to Revenge of the Nerds, the movie from the 80s. I think some of that is apropos, you know, people with more of a jock mentality, right? Versus, you know, actual nerds. But now it's like the people who probably were socialized more as jocks. And I know some of them will be like, I wasn't that, but, you know, people at least who were not nerds, but now they're kind of in the realm of the nerd, but don't really realize it. It doesn't seem like. I find amusing to some extent. But always glad to have him around. Not Patriot Canadian though. I'm glad he's seems to have disappeared entirely. Anybody know where did he fuck off to? Just out of curiosity. Haven't heard anything out of that dude. Must have found somewhere to go talk about January 6th, Ray Epps, and QAnon. And Tommy going to war. Look at this. Excuse me. Pardon me. How rude. Yeah, I expect by tomorrow I should be more or less feeling all right. But it's certainly this kidney bruise is affecting my mobility. That's for sure. But hey, I'm a truck driver. The truck is mobile. I'm immobile most of the time, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Think about it. And I got 3 days. Got plenty of time. Only have to drive like around 500 miles today. We'll see. Maybe do a little more. I know, like most of day 3 is a lot of well, not most of, but a lot of day 3 is like 2-lane highways. So that takes longer. So probably try to do more of the mileage today and tomorrow. But that'll be Sunday. It won't really matter. Out there in Utah. I'm not sure what you mean, Tommy. That last one. Yeah, Patriot Canadian. I don't know where he went. Just vanished. Exit 469. About 6 miles. I could have taken 20 west and then forget the hot. It's like 84 US 84. I think goes up through Lubbock and I believe up to forget where that hits 40. I think all the way in New Mexico actually, Santa Rosa, New Mexico. But most of that is 4-lane divided highway, but just enough of it's 2-lane that I said fuck it. So 287. 287 is kind of annoying. There's a lot of little towns. You got to slow down for a bunch of little towns. That goes up to Amarillo. Amarillo, by the way, low-key art scene. Amarillo, surprisingly decent art scene there, believe it or not. What's up, Lulu? Good to see you. Yeah, I didn't say hi. I said hey. Yeah. What's up? Good to see you. We're escaping Dallas, Fort Worth here. I guess this is Denton, uh, home of University of North Texas. When I met that lady in the '90s on IRC and came and visited her, that's where I came to somewhere in Denton. I guess I'd been to Dallas before, but not much to speak of about Denton. Yeah, there it is, University of North Texas. Yeah, shout out to good old Snafu, our buddy. People are from Ohio, looks like. They're definitely on their phone. You can just tell by the way they're driving. Yeah, they're driving like idiots. Yeah, showing up. I never should have even been able to catch back up to them. They passed me a while back, but since they're off in cyberspace, when they passed that really slow moving vehicle back there, they slowed way down to near that vehicle's speed. That's how I caught up to them because they're off in cyberspace. And human consciousness cannot yet occupy the physical space and the cyberspace simultaneously. Not for the most part. Maybe some people can. Maybe Tommy probably can. Here we go. This is our exit. I think. This is where the GPS gets a little. See, is there another? It says 469, but the GPS indicates that it's farther down the road. So sometimes construction reconfigures some of these roads, and then the GPS doesn't get updated. So I don't know. Erring on the side of caution here. Might not have. Yep. See, it was going to fuck us. Yep. Spidey sense started tingling. Yep. So I would have just cruised right over that overpass and not been able to make this left turn. Yep. Now we get into the where are the turning lanes. Not always well marked. That sign seems to indicate that this is a turning. Yeah, there it is. Hard to tell sometimes. Damn near impossible when you're in traffic. It's one of the plights of the truck driver because we're not able to make a left turn from the inside lane if there's two left turn lanes. Not safely, anyway. Sometimes here in Dallas-Fort Worth, it's damn near impossible to tell if it's one left turn lane or two or three sometimes on occasion. I think we're finally headed out of town now. I believe it. I don't know that I've ever been this way. None of this looks familiar. And we got a car gonna ride with us to perpetuity if we don't slow down and let them figure out that we're a big rig and we go slow. They're just gonna ride right beside us until the end of time for no reason with no traffic on the road. Yeah, just hang out right near the trailer tandems if we let them. Complete bozos. See, I knew it. I knew that was a tricky light. Trust your gut. Always trust your gut. Five. Hopefully that's the last light. What's up, EBT? Good to see you, bro. You gonna black out there, EBT? Yeah, it was a pretty good tuned in, but then it got a little rambly, so I went out and did other shit. Of course, that's funny coming from me. Critiquing somebody for rambling. But yeah, good stuff. Good convo. for the most part. But I went live after that, not too long after that. And then since you did not come over here, EBT, I assume that you went to sleep. Or just out. You like it? Provo Kid in the chat. What's happening, partner? Oh, EBT, I bruised my kidney trying to remove some nails from the floor of the trailer because I failed to my flashlight bit the dust and I failed to replace it in time and did not notice there was a bunch of nails on the hammered into the floor of the trailer, and then tried to go pick up some paper rolls. They were nice enough to give me this gigantic, I forget what that's called, like a big claw hammer type of tool, and it slipped while I was on my knees trying to dig it into the fucking floor of the trailer to get the nails up. The damn claw end, the fucking hook end caught me right in the left kidney. Badly bruised kidney. We're playing hurt, but we're playing through the pain. But you know, are you hurt or are you injured? You know, it's like, yeah, I'm hurt. I'm not injured, coach. So guess we'll go to Utah. Hey, at least it's not Arizona. Not that I mind Arizona, but switch it up a little bit here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been on this road. 380 leaving out of Denton. None of this looks familiar. Oh yeah, tequila, man. Tequila or mezcal. Mezcal, actually, I guess is how it's pronounced. Mezcal. Oh yeah, not that I can drink anymore, but yeah, I got to try a few different mezcals there before I had to retire from boozing. Does anybody know the technical difference between mezcal and tequila? That's the question. What's up, JT? Good to see you, bro. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's funny, EBT. Yeah, is that for people leaving the country? I'm not exactly sure. It has something to do with import duties, right? I'm not exactly sure how that works. I don't know either. I don't believe I've ever had alcohol on a plane. Now that I think about it. Yeah, leaving the country. Well, and that's the thing about the scanning of the driver's license, JT, is that's it's all based on liability. I think that's the insurance companies try to encourage that. I'm pretty sure. You know, that's the excuse anyway. That's generally what's cited when something like that happens. So, oh, blame it on the insurance because there is liability. Like the place, hypothetically, the place could get in a big get shut down over somebody irresponsibly consuming alcohol. Been known to happen more so with like restaurants though. Well, that and the part of that liability I think is the you know fake IDs and although even then you still got to check and see if it's the same person presenting the ID or not. Expired IDs, fake IDs, but we know they're actually just tracking and tracing, one creating some kind of record of who's been in there buying booze. What's up, Wizard? Good to see you, brother. Speaking of bruised, battered, and scarred, yeah. Thanks, Lulu. I don't know that we want the algorithm helping us, though. To be honest with you, I don't know. This ain't for everybody. I don't know if we want random people stumbling in, but I guess every once in a while, maybe some random person would stumble in and actually be a cool person. I guess, right? Maybe that's how Lulu got here. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on for the most part. But thank you for the sentiment. I appreciate it. Well, I bet it's going to be windy all the way there, man. 3 days of wind. I'm just guessing. Still snowing in parts of these areas. I think hopefully I'm going to miss the snow. I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob. I do like having the road all to myself, though. I got to say that. And this 287 going through all these little towns, it ought to be more or less, shouldn't be too much going on. I don't think I would want to do this job if I had to drive in the daytime all the time anyway. 26 people? What the hell's going on here, man? Ain't y'all got nothing better to do? Hell, I was Semper Reloaded was live earlier. I don't know if you guys ever check out his channel. He doesn't do very many live streams, but hell, I got as many as he does now. I think that's what he had when he signed off, about 26. It's funny, I right at the end of his broadcast, I started posting in his live chat. For some reason, he wrenched me up at some point. He's probably looking at my comments like, why does this bozo have a wrench? What is this? Last time I was on his channel, on his live chat, I think I was still getting real drunk every day. And he like watched Matrix, the fourth Matrix movie and like, reacted to it live. So I went ahead and signed up for HBO Max so I could watch that, and then I helped him with the time codes because people would be popping in wanting to know how to sync up with the time codes. I guess that's probably when I got the wrench, I'm assuming. But welcome, folks. Good to see you. Two people had the good sense to leave when I called them out on what the hell are you doing here. So glad to see they heeded my advice there. It ain't for everybody, as previously mentioned. Semper Reloaded. I think that's the YouTube channel, Semper Reloaded. If you mean me, EBT. Yeah, I'm not a dog person, Tommy. I like some dogs. To me, are like people. I like some of them. Most of them are shitheads. So, not a fan of dogs. But I'm just not a pet person. Unsurprisingly, I like cats, but I hate litter boxes, so no cats. But yeah. So one thing here is where I get to with dogs is I think about especially a truck driver, but just pretty much anybody. It's like at some point, if I had a dog, I'd be standing like in a patch of grass somewhere, holding a leash, watching poop come out of a dog's butt. And then right after that, I would use a piece of plastic to pick up the fecal matter, the dog's fecal matter, or its feces, human only, the dog's excrement. So, and then somebody would drive by. Not that I'm particularly embarrassed because I'm not, but then just what about when some autistic person like me drives by and I'm just looking at this scene like thinking like, there's that person has to be getting something out of this, but I just can't quite put my finger on what that may be. Like what is the appeal? I don't get it. I mean, it is technically a filthy beast, lest we forget. But oh well. Nothing against dogs. We had Cocker Spaniels when I was a kid, and then they got run over by some car, ran them over, and I was pretty much over it after that. And then all the slab dogs when I was in Slab City. One time I gave this chick in her 20s, Squish, I believe was her name. And then some really crazy motherfucking wingnut. This dude was nuts. Like, and if you're in the slabs, if you're a wingnut in the slabs, that's a whole nother level of wingnut. But I needed to go to San Diego anyway. Bought some backpacks, hiking backpacks. But took them to San Diego, and I guess they both had dogs. Now that I think about it. Of course, I was drinking Guinness, and I remember at one point the wingnut wanted some of my Guinness, and I was like, "It's like, dude, I got just the right amount here. I can't. If I give you Guinness, I'm gonna have to stop and buy more." I think the next time we stopped, I bought him a couple of beers, but I was like, "No, man, I can't have any of my Guinness. What are you crazy?" Like can't you recognize a functioning alcoholic? I can't. I brought the exact right amount so that I can still operate the vehicle properly. What is this? But Squish's dog at a certain point, I guess in the slabs, the dogs are just used to shitting on everything and running wild. And we stopped at a gas station, and the dog took a gigantic shit right there on the nice clean concrete. And Squish, not only did she not, this is hilarious, and it was like real, like, I don't want to get too descriptive, but it was particularly gross. And the excrement. And so parvo is a big thing in the slab. So not only did Squish not clean up after her dog, she bent down and got very close to the excrement to examine it for signs of parvo. And then like the fucking dude that works there is, and it comes out there and I'm just looking at him like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not picking it. I'm not cleaning it up. So have fun with all of that. Quite disturbing. Oh, I'm sure dogs are great. I recognize that I just don't understand. I realize that I'm the one with the problem, not the dog. I've just never have understood. And then like, I had this friend in college, his parents had bought him a house near campus. It's like the type of family that they buy the house like years before the kid goes off to college type of thing. And so it's a cool place to go hang out, this little house this guy had, but he had this gigantic fucking dog, man. This thing was huge. Just the whole house smelled like the dog, and you'd go over there and try to watch a fucking college football or whatever, and the dog's just on top of you, and it's like you got to fucking fight the dog to the death to get your own personal space. Like I don't mind it's like why do I got to be mean to somebody's dog, and the dog lives there, I don't live there. It's like what is this? At a certain point, why are we living this way? I don't understand. But I'm the weird one. I get it. Something wrong with Benton. Why wouldn't you want a gigantic filthy beast stinking up your whole house and climbing all over your company, trying to push them off the couch? Why wouldn't you? That's, yeah, sign me up. Well, that's the thing is, at Fringe, it's just kind of like a weird power dynamic. Like, I'm gonna have you over to my house, but then like my dog's gonna punk you. And again, like, dude, I know how to fucking alpha the dog and all this, but it's like, dude, I don't even want to deal with it at that point. It's like, why do I got to deal with this? It's crazy. I don't think I went over there too many more times. Like, what is this, man? Maybe that's, I don't know. I just don't get it. Oh, and by the way, that's yet another. That guy's name was I'm forgetting his nickname. His real name was Ian, but we called him something else. I can't remember what the hell his nickname was. But yeah, he met his wife because of me, of course. Never would have met his wife if not for Benton here. I do tend to bring people together for whatever reason. He was from Jasper, Arkansas, up near Harrison, which Harrison's that thing that gets touted as like the most racist town in America, even though I'm sure it's not. All these YouTubers like to go there and make videos. Yeah, he was from Jasper, right outside of Harrison. funny, I can't remember his nickname that everybody called him, but I can remember his real name. Bizarre. Ian French, I believe. What the hell was his? Everybody called him by his nickname. I cannot remember. Not that it matters. Now I'm just like, what the fuck? It was a long time ago, y'all. I'm quite old now. Long, long time ago. It was right about the time that the Razorbacks won the NCAA tournament, and my freshman year of college. Thank God I didn't know that sports were fake. I didn't know to not enjoy it. Quite the thrill. Wichita Falls. I believe this is 287. Take us all the way to Amarillo. I might try to hit the Walmart. I'm feeling up to it. So it's more light. What's up, Michael A? Good to see you, bro. Always good to see Fringe, by the way. Yeah, Kim, if you mean me, yeah, I woke up around 10, but I was lucky to get some sleep. I actually badly bruised my left kidney on the job in a claw hammer nails, trying to remove nails from the trailer floor with a one of those large claw hammers with a big hook on one end, and managed to drive the hook end into my left kidney. Yeah, badly bruised the old kidney. But are you hurt or are you injured? Well, I'm hurt. I'm not injured. So we headed for Utah, sir. But yeah, I said fuck it. Tapped out. That was around noon. I tapped out. The customer, I was able to park at the facility, and definitely got some sleep. I cannot lay on my left side at all. It's excruciating pain if I try to lay on my left side, but it's already not quite as bad as it was. So I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be more or less back to normal, but I think it's going to be sore for probably for a couple of weeks. I'm just guessing. And I haven't urinated any blood, so I'm assuming it's not even actually serious. I think it's more of a thing where my body's just letting me know, like, hey, all right, that's enough, buddy. Let's not do any further damage to this area. Let's go ahead and stop there. Damn, Michael A. bruised his kidney last month. Yeah, it fucking hurts, but did make it called "Pain Don't Hurt" at one point, or a live stream title was "Pain Don't Hurt." Part of me likes it, I have to admit. Although I do, if I was actually injured, I would be very, very upset. But assuming I'm not permanently damaged, part of me kind of likes it. I don't know what that is exactly, but this facility is black, like local black guys, Dallas, my age and older, and dude, it was no fucks were given. I can assure you over the flight of bit, which I kind of appreciate on some level. It's just like, yeah, we don't need any of that. Oh my god, are you okay? Type of stuff. Just all right, let's just stoically get the fucking job done. This is what we did. Things EBT can do. There you go. EBT can do lots of things. Yeah. Yeah, the old kidneys, man. Kidneys in the booze. Yeah, buddy. Uh, yeah, that's funny right there. Right. Yep. Get her done. I was working at a gas station in Hot Springs, Arkansas during all the get her done hoopla. Of course, we were selling the fucking hats and beanies. Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy missed out, man. There was a lot of bootleg merchandise. I don't know if he had any idea that that thing was going to catch on like it did. What's up, Rob Cleveland? Good to see you. Keeping an eye on the fuel gauge here. I'm trying to make it to a particular fuel stop, but I don't know if we're going to make it all the way there or not. Not today, anyway. Oh yeah, we'll just let Rob drive. Yeah. All right, Kim. Before the storm. Good. Glad to hear about that. That's awesome. Well, I'm sure Kim knows how. Kim's probably got pretty good negotiation skills. I'm assuming. I won't even mention anything about that. So good for you, brother. Fuck those motherfuckers, man. Make them pay. Oh, I want to guess the amount. Uh, $15,000. Just guessing. I have no frame of reference for this, by the way. Just guessing. 15. I'm assuming they want to not insult you. All right. Yeah, I had a feeling Kim was well versed in negotiations, dropping knowledge on us in the chat, which I always appreciate. The one with the most patience. There you go. Kind of curious what the offer is. Just mainly wanted to see if my guess was in the ballpark, but I understand if you don't want to divulge that information. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to describe what Kim went through. He had some sort of membership to a like an RV, I guess a national chain of RV parks. Is that what it is, or maybe RV parks are associated? I'm not sure what that is exactly, but sounds like he purchased a membership, like a yearly membership, to be able to stay at these various RV parks around the country. And then he was mistreated by the staff, who called the law on him. Uh, leading to eventually leading to Kim to be charged criminally. Yeah, it's quite the ordeal. It sounds like quite the ordasco. Last time I came through here, I think was my old truck that went 75. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I heard you put up a new video. I need to go watch that. I haven't seen it yet. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a fun 3 days. Be a fun 3 days. No, Voltron is not Power Ranger. Fuck Voltron. It's all about the Robotech cross, whatever the fuck. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm reading the chat, but I don't know. Uncharacteristically at a loss for words. Lulu, that's up to me, really. Part of my Lulu's asking when's my next break. Part of what I like about this job, I can pretty much just do whatever I want for the most part. So more or less up to me. So I typically would go until I need to use the restroom. Generally, I've got some health woes, so I eat like four meals a day, 4 small meals. So I've already had meal one, and it's almost time for meal two. I don't know, maybe another hour if I can make it that long. I'm starting to get pretty nauseated though. I don't know if that's the kidney or just sometimes I just get real nauseated. So hard to tell what that's from exactly. Yeah, yeah, right, Kim. Get your money. That's what I would say. Yeah, please forget us. Yeah. No, I mean, keep coming and hanging out, but I wouldn't expect to share in your spoils there. But yeah, make the bastards pay. What I say. Huh. EBT's off to watch Voltron. Apparently, I might have to pull over and vomit. Uh-oh. Peter says we're getting 5 miles a gallon. We're damn sure not going to make it to the fuel stop getting 5 miles per gallon. That'd be mathematically impossible. Dude, there was this owner operator. He sounded like he was from the Caribbean. This guy next to me, I looked out the window of my tractor. Dude, this guy's steer tire, his front tire on his truck it was appalling, man. I went around and talked to the guy. I was like, hey, man, the steer tire's looking pretty rough there, partner. Of course, he owned the truck, and I was like, man, I hope you're not going too far on that thing. Good Lord, man. Unsafe at any speed. He said once he makes this delivery, he's going to get a new set of tires, but I reckon he's been saying that for a while, so who even knows? Probably just going to drive it till it explodes, I would expect. Yeah, chat fight. That's right. And if anybody watches the replay and wonders why I'm not talking very much, I really feel quite unwell, I must say. For whatever reason, I still feel obligated to do some live stream. I don't know what the streak is at this point, EBT. But I know he went to watch Voltron, but I might actually make it to 90 straight days of content, possibly. Oh man, autistic hypervigilance. That's right. What's up? Good to see you, bro. I bruised my kidney pretty bad yesterday, trying to use a claw hammer to get the. I guess that's what they call that. I'm sure there's some kind of name for that thing. I'm not remembering, but yeah, I managed to hit myself in my own left kidney with a basically a big piece of iron, essentially. I guess that's what those are made out of. Badly bruising my kidney. But are you hurt or are you injured, Ben? I'm merely hurt, so not injured, fortunately. Well, I don't think I am. Pretty sure I'm not. If I'm still hurting this bad in a few days, I guess probably I'll have to reconsider. Can't lay on my left side at all. It's like excruciating pain, but it hurts. But yeah, I'll be all right. Megazord. Well, you know that you had that Transformers Jetfire, Skyfire. It had two different names, but that was basically one of those Macross, the fucking Robotech. So the Japanese, they seem to have a history of like just fucking stealing shit. I guess Orientals in general seem to not respect copyright for whatever reason. Must not be a thing in their culture. I don't know. Yeah, Slurm. What's that from Futurama? Bachelor Chow. Paranoia Agent. Good Lord, this wind is nuts out here, man. Crazy. Oh, we're up to 5.1 miles a gallon. Amazing. Dude, blowing all over the place here. Yeah, Akira. Yeah, that movie. I watched that way back in the '90s. That was good shit. Akira. Yeah, I don't really watch any anime myself. Yeah, friends never got into anime. Yeah, me neither. Other than Akira, which I guess is, I don't know, is that even considered anime these days? I guess it is. I don't know. We were somewhat starved for entertainment back then compared to now. That's for sure. Pretty cool movie though. Yeah, biker gangs with sidecars. I think maybe the original Mad Max or Road Warrior, I guess, first the Road Warrior. Maybe that. I think maybe that had a little bit of that. Your biker games with sidecars. I alerted your dog. How did I do that? One thing I noticed on some of these panels, like you can tell when some of these people, when their emotions get real tumultuous, you'll start hearing dogs barking in the background. Anybody else ever notice that? I always notice stuff like that. I remember one time I was watching Jurassic Liars when he was still in his old apartment. He got real worked up about something. I don't know what it was. He was really going off on somebody. And then like a loud argument started happening like right outside his apartment. I always thought it was kind of like law of attraction kind of thing. Like that sort of energy attracted that, you know. If you understand what I'm saying, do you understand what I'm showing you here? Come on, people, pass me. You have the power. Go ahead and get around. There you go. Well done. Tesla, by the way. Yes, indeedy. If EBT's still around, I saw a video yesterday of the latest version of Tesla full self driving. It looked pretty impressive, I have to say. Getting better. EBT, it's getting better or less bad. It looked pretty decent. It did. It did stop on some train tracks at one point, though. Actually, like a tram or something. Kind of public transit track. Hilariously. Yeah, the dogs are tapped into people's energies for sure. That's what I used to tell people sometimes when I was homeless. Like, well, I'm still am homeless, but when I was in the streets, I'd be like, people would be kind of looking at me suspiciously, and I'm like, if they had dogs, I'd be like, look, the dog knows I'm all right. Like, what's your fucking problem? You know, like your dog can tell I'm halfway decent. Sometimes, man, you know when them creepy motherfuckers come around, sometimes them dogs just lose their shit. They go to fucking freaking out when some of the creepy motherfuckers come around. Like your dog knows I'm cool. What are you worried about? Oh yeah, Teslas, man. You see them pretty much any kind of city. They're all over the place. But yeah, West Coast for sure. Way more on the West Coast. Are you in? You're in Seattle, JT? How did I not know that? Yeah, dogs. Yep, very attuned to the human. That's for sure. I see some of those Rivian pickup trucks every now and again. And then those the Ford Lightning. Those aren't as noticeable though. They kind of blend in a little more, I guess. Oh, I mentioned Jurassic earlier. Yeah, Lulu. I made a song. I made a rap. It's like a rap instrumental with a bunch of sound clips of Jurassic on top of it. It used to be on my channel, but I had to private it because it had a copyright claim back when I was trying to gain the ability to be able to do live streams. I should probably go unprivate that actually. Oh no, they're all over the place, Kim. Yeah, all over the fucking place. But although the majority of the population does live on one of the two coasts, they're all over Texas. I can assure you of that. See them in Arkansas too. It does kind of say something though. The electric car thing, it really shines a light on the psychology of people who believe themselves, conservative or whatever. It's a certain mindset. They just something seems ridiculous to them, so they assume it's not going to happen. But it's like, dude, all kind of shit seems ridiculous and still happens. Meanwhile, like, dude, how many Teslas are sold every year? It's got to be quite a few. Like, I'm not, dude, I don't like electric cars, me personally, but I recognize that they're a thing, man. They're already a thing. I mean, I think just the idea of Americans wanting to drive gigantic gas guzzling SUVs and pickup trucks, I found that to be ridiculous for fucking years now, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Like, what's the point of a pickup truck? It's just, it's like an inferior style of vehicle. If you just want to get in something and drive, if the way that most people use a pickup truck, it's like the worst vehicle they could possibly choose. So to me, that's ridiculous. Like a full size pickup truck or an SUV. Now, some people need it, but the vast majority of everybody that purchases a pickup truck does not ever use it, almost never uses it for its intended purpose. And it's like the driving dynamics are fucking shit compared to you know, even a crossover, much less an actual car, right? Like they drive like shit compared to an actual car. Although not as bad as they used to. But that didn't stop people from driving pickup trucks all these years. And they used to be really, they were just objectively bad. Go jump in one of these pickup trucks like a fucking early 80s pickup truck. Those things are trash. I had an 87 Suburban, man. That thing was garbage. Had a good engine and the transmission was decent, I guess. The rest of that thing was just straight up trash. Didn't stop people from driving them. So I think with the pickup truck thing, we can recognize like a lot of that has to just do with like how people view themselves. So yeah, of course, someone who wants to drive a gigantic pickup truck, like of course they don't want to. They're not going to want an electric car, but there's plenty of people that's very appealing. Even look at Priuses. Like Priuses have been a thing for a long time now. Like your fucking average Magabozo pickup truck type, they're not fucking driving Priuses. A lot of that has to do with the person's own self image. Yeah, pickup man, exactly. Well, hell, most of them got their own pickup truck nowadays. Meanwhile, I always like to drive, so if I actually enjoy driving. So if it was up to me, I'm going to pick something that's fun to drive, and especially back in the day, but even now, pickup truck not fun to drive at all. It's not a good time going for a drive in a pickup truck. But not everybody enjoys driving, and most people don't even know how to drive anyway. Yeah. If you don't know how to properly apex a corner, it probably doesn't matter if you drive a pickup truck. But yeah, you could give them a fucking BMW, an M3 or something. It's not like they're going to be able to take advantage of it. And by the way, nothing wrong with pickup trucks. I'm mainly pointing out that it's like just as ridiculous as an electric car may seem. I mean, a pickup truck is equally ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous style of vehicle. But yeah, I understand liking something that's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, hey, let's purchase the most impractical thing possible based on how we normally operate, like based on how we normally use it. Let's buy the thing that makes the least sense. But I understand that many people find appeals in something that is ridiculous and makes almost no sense. It's called being a human being. Meanwhile, if I had the money and I could just buy anything I wanted, I might very well buy a GMC Cyclone. I get the Cyclone and the Typhoon confused, whichever one's the pickup truck. Yeah, give me an all-wheel drive, fucking turbocharged mini truck. I might be quite happy. So, but yeah, very impractical. Makes no sense. But it's one of my favorite vehicles of all time. So yeah, I get it. Jay Leno likes to drive, and that was one of the first things he ever bought way back in the day when he didn't have when he couldn't just buy whatever vehicle he wanted. That was one of the first things he bought was a GMC Cyclone. I guess it's a Cyclone. I'm sure for the time that was one of the most fun to drive vehicles there was. It's like no back seats, two-seater, no back seat, and it's actually useless as a truck. Like no payload, can't tow anything really. I mean, I guess you could tow a little bit, not really. It's based on a S10, which is kind of a shitty truck in the first place. But although I do have some fond memories of S10, being the age that I am. And make no mistake, when the gas goes back to $5 a gallon, uh, everybody in an electric car is going to be driving past you when you're filling up, laughing. I remember EBT was sweating how much it was costing to fill up the Tahoe or whatever his lady drives. I know when I had the killed in action Sorrento at a certain point, it was like, dude, I'm paying $20 to go 100 miles, and it's like that's with me really driving like a grandpa trying to conserve fuel, driving on the back roads and shit, and avoiding the interstate. $20 to go 100 miles. I mean, good lord, this is crazy. Kim's from Cali. I think he's in Arizona. I will say though, if you want to just buy something and drive it for a long ass time, my dad's got a just like a newer model Toyota Tacoma, but like a kind of a like with the longer bed, the fucking extended cab or whatever. One thing about I like little cars, man, but if you're gonna keep a little car for a long time, dude, that front end just gets fucking destroyed by all the potholes. Little pickup, at least they're built a little stouter. Still not that fun to drive though. The driving dynamics are not great. One of the with the 4 wheel drive and all that, man, you get it all the bells and whistles. Hell, it's probably damn near $45,000-$50,000 for one of those things. It's crazy, man. I don't know, man. Cali's like if you can actually afford to live there, it's still pretty fucking awesome. I mean, I know obviously it's got a lot of problems. The really rich motherfuckers, I think they're insulated from a lot of the problems. Your average person who's just trying to fucking work a job is seems like it's damn near impossible to actually live there. Stuff is crazy expensive. One thing though is like food isn't any more expensive. You pay just the same amount. Dude, food costs exactly the same in when I was in Santa Barbara as it does in Arkansas. It's the same exact price. But like not everything's more expensive. Or if you're just some Hispanic person and they own, it's owned a home in Santa Barbara for years, works for the fucking Marburg, the local fucking trash company or whatever, driving a trash truck, probably making 5,000 a year or something, living a simple life. I bet they love it. There's too many people. That's the main problem I see with California. There's too many motherfuckers live there. And then, people, these other states kind of get forgotten about because people complain about California so much. But ask EBT about Illinois. I'm sure he's got some things to say about Illinois, or ask Croco about New York State. Like, I don't know that those places are that much better. Oh yeah, I went in a little early today. Yeah, if you mean me. You had to go early today, or I was like, I might just blow it off entirely. Better go ahead and go live. I went live right about midnight, I believe. Maybe a little after. Hey, I didn't even know about the daylight savings time when that happened. I remember looking at my phone at one point, and I was like, "How is it that time?" But it didn't even dawn on me that it was daylight savings time. Sometimes that can be a big factor in the truck driving, but I guess it did not matter that day. Too bad Walmart's not 24 hours. There's an easily accessible Walmart here in Wichita Falls for a truck driver. But nope, no longer 24 hours. Yeah, I don't know. Big L, he popped in the other morning, but I don't know what he's up to. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Probably going to be driving real early the next several nights, maybe for like a whole week. It's going to be cold at night, and the heater doesn't work for the APU. So unless it gets cold enough that the truck will idle, which is not even legal by the way, but out west, but usually you can get away with it. So, but it'll be, it won't be cold when I go to sleep, but then at some point I'll wake up and it'll be fucking freezing. Literally. Oh man. I thought I was in Wichita Falls. I guess not. Yeah, downtown. This has got to be it, right? Nothing else out here. Yeah, Wichita Falls. First time I've been through this part of Texas on the stream, I'm pretty sure. Used to come through here quite a bit when I first started with this company. Even went to Denver a couple of times, Tommy. Twice, I think. To Albuquerque once. Who's bald? Somebody shave their head. Some lady shave her head. And road's so rough, I can't even attempt to read the screen right now. Bouncing all over the place. It's about time to stop and eat something. Is this an actual rest area? Texas Travel Info Center? I don't think so. Maybe. Can't tell. Hey, man. Well, I guess that was Wichita Falls. Like we're leaving. I need to stop somewhere. Where's that going to be? There's one thing about a lot of these more rural, isolated areas. There's not a bunch of bozos roaming around at 2 in the morning. There's an exit up here. Maybe I can stop on this exit. Maybe. Is this it? No, not this. Although that might have worked. Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. The gigantic Harley Davidson dealer. Oh, I still got my right. Wellington Lane. Right out by somebody's house. Probably trying to hang out in front of somebody's front yard. Might not be anywhere to stop. Damn it. Not ideal, but we'll make it work. Yeah. Come on, stupid ass computer. There we go. All right. Oh, man. Ah, fuck. Oh, goodness. What a disaster. Look at this. Shit everywhere, man. And that's pretty much the entirety of my living space. Yeah. How about that? No, it's getting real in the chat. Oh, I guess I need to get out and empty the pee bottles here. Oh, man. Hurting for certain. And it's cold as fuck in here, man. It's not even below freezing yet. I wonder what the temperature is. All right, I'll be back shortly. I'm going to eat.